The last time I watched I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here was a long time ago, and Johnny Rotten was one of the celebrities who was on it. And I loved watching him anyway because he's a guy who just spews out the truth with a few obscenities, whether you like it or not. What you see is what you get. And I loved watching him upset a few of his fellow stuck-up celebrity guests. And that's it. I haven't watched it since. It doesn't do it for me. I'm not a fan of Ant and Dec anyway, because quite frankly, those two are frauds. They think they're the new Morecambe and Wise when they're not even fit to adjust Ernie's wig and tie Eric Morecambe's shoes. They're about as funny as seeing blood in your shit. However, it does make the news every so often because of whoever goes in there as a guest or something has happened. It's still like a mainstream show here in the UK and it's still quite popular. God knows why. And this year, one of the celebrities going in is former Health Secretary Matt Hancock. Now, obviously, Matt Hancock is a Member of Parliament. He does have a constituency to look after and constituents who voted for him, who are expecting him to do his job and stay at home, not fly all the way over to wherever the hell it is. Is it New Zealand still or somewhere else? Australia? I don't give a shit. But it's in the jungle, obviously. And for him to do this, accept a huge payout by ITV for doing this during a time of financial crisis, I think it's disrespectful. It's a kick in the bollocks for the people who voted him in and the people who expect him to help them. And it turns out he's only giving half of his fee to charity anyway. And what he's doing is effectively he's moonlighting, isn't he? He is meant to be doing a job for the taxpayers who are facing increasingly mounting bills because of the cost of living crisis. He's meant to be helping them. And instead of being there, he has flown to the other side of the world to be on telly and get paid hundreds of thousands of pounds. The celebrities who go on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, they get paid well, folks. And so imagine a normal schmo, all right, working class person doing their job and then just doing this. They'd get sacked. Normal people would get sacked for doing the fuck-ups that MPs do. So there should be a by-election when he comes back. He should be sacked by the unelected Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and kicked out of Parliament onto his pointless arse. I mean, the guy gets paid top dollar for being an MP in Parliament, unless, of course, he's doing it to pay for his divorce because he had an affair, didn't he? This is the guy who, while he was Health Secretary, presided over the lockdown shambles. There was a massive scandal involving the care homes, where elderly people weren't even allowed to see loved ones as they lay dying. People weren't allowed to go and see friends and neighbours, and this twat had been having an affair during all that time and was caught on a Parliament camera snogging this woman's face off. So he is a massive hypocrite. They all are. The people who pushed the you-know-what are massive hypocrites. The same as the climate change ones. They're all massive hypocrites. They simply can't abide by their own rules and be the example which they expect others to follow. And that time on, was it GMB, Good Morning Britain, he cried. I mean, that was just fucking embarrassing. He's got one of these faces that falsely portrays, I'm really trying, feel sorry for me, pity me, when in fact the fucker knows what he's doing and he's quite devious. And so, because he's done this, and judging by reports in the media, his political career is over. And apparently the Tories don't want him in their party anymore. And because he is so disliked by the public, both left and right of the political spectrum, I can only imagine he'll have a really shit time of it in the jungle. And the public will call into that show and get him to do the nastiest Bush-Tucker trials, if that's what they're called, if I remember. Who cares? So anyway, I hope he chokes on some kangaroo bollocks. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. And until the next time, have a good evening. Look after yourselves. And I think there's a storm over southern England tonight. So if you love storms, as I do, then you're in for a treat. Anyway, that's that. Roger Trout.